It's funny how your face is constructed like this hanger, yet you have the nerve to talk about Africa and talk about Ebola when you clearly don't know the fucking difference between E. coli and Ebola.
Welcome to the PrinceOnyx Network.
First of all, let's go ahead and get into James Charles, shall we? So, CoverGirl had gave this white gay male who does makeup on YouTube an endorsement deal last year. And if you haven't seen the commercials, when they include the whole entire cast, there's James Charles, there's Holly and Chloe, the two black girls that Beyonce signed to her label, and other different minority groups. So basically, here's the thing. He should have known that when you got this endorsement deal that you were going to be under a microscope because you are the first male covered girl. Do you not fucking get that? You have become more official as being a public figure. And see, this is why I often do not claim the whole LGBT community, because a lot of white gays, a lot of white male gays, they lack intersectionality and they just lack logical thinking, and they say a lot of insensitive things. While you are a minority, someone like me, I am two minorities. I am black and gay as well, as Adrian Expression said. So it's like, you lack intersectionality and you lack basic knowledge and basic geography, because after you made this statement where you were saying, oh my God, I can't believe that we're going to Africa, and then said that, oh, I hope we don't get Ebola. And then on top of that said that, we would have got Ebola like last year at Chipotle. First of all, there is again a difference between E. coli, which Chipotle had an outbreak of that last year, and Ebola, a disease that can fucking kill you. You fucking idiot, you fucking moron. See, again, it's just like y'all talk so much shit and y'all are very insensitive towards other minorities, but y'all will be quick to do the whole photo shoot talking about some no hate and have that written across your face. But on these apps, a lot of y'all are racist as fuck and will say no blacks, no Asians, no Mexicans, no this, no that, no femme, no fat, blah, 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 blah. But it's just like, what in the fuck? Is this really a community of acceptance and brotherhood, as you say, or is this really just a community of discrimination and shade and misogyny and internalized homophobia and racism? I mean, come the fuck on now. Like, I do not feel sorry for him at all. And CoverGirl, this is where you guys did mess up, because y'all basically said that, like, while we don't agree with what he said, we're glad that he issued an apology. First of all, does it look like I give a fuck about his apology? That dryless, soulless ass, fucking empty ass apology. This motherfucker is built like a fucking empty crab leg, yet he has the nerve to talk about Africa and then call it a country in his apology, and then turn around and say, oh my God, I forgot, it's a continent, I'm so sorry. Again, you lack fucking basic knowledge and basic sense. Use Google. You have so many more resources than me, you son of a bitch. Like, you have so many fucking more resources than me, yet you still don't know the difference between a fucking country and a continent. Are you James Charles, or are you Raven Simone talking about I'm from every continent in Africa? Bitch, what the fuck? And then on top of that, it's like, y'all are so quick to throw out some shit like that, talking about, oh, I'm going to go to Africa for 10 days. Bitch, where are you going to go? Are you going to go to Ghana? Are you going to go to Nigeria? Are you going to go to South Africa? Are you going to go to Egypt? Where in the fuck are you going to go? Because you can't just say that, oh, I'm going to Africa, and it's like listen, the thing is, just like with black Americans, y'all treat Africans like a monolith, like we're all the fucking same, like we all fucking look alike, like we all know each other. Just like Donald Trump with that black press reporter at the press conference, thinking that she knows every fucking person in the black caucus. Like, what in the fuck? Like, y'all are so fucking ignorant, and y'all say the most insensitive shit. And another thing is, which is why I can't really stand a lot of you white gays, is that y'all culturally appropriate black women, and y'all think that shit is cute and funny, but it's really not. See, you're the type of bitch who will probably fuck a bunch of black guys, but won't even bring one of them home to meet your mother and father. And bitch, you can come at me if you want to, but bitch, I'm better than you, and I am greater than you, and clearly I passed geography while you probably got an F in that bitch, and probably got an A for effort because you probably fucked the teacher. Anyway, nobody really gives a fuck. Moral of the story is this: James Charles, fuck you, and CoverGirl, y'all need to do better. Y'all need to get rid of this motherfucker, because it's funny how y'all will say that, oh, we're all about inclusiveness and diversity and blah, blah, blah. But I bet you good fucking money y'all really don't have a diverse board, or, board when it comes to y'all boardroom meetings or anything. So come the fuck on now. This bitch is built like Casper the Friendly Ghost fucking skeeted all over his face and then flew the fuck away. Yet again, you have the nerve to talk about Africa? Really, bitch? Okay. Funny, real funny. Bitch, please. Again, you were under the microscope from the minute that you got that endorsement deal, and someone should have told you that, hey, you need to be more careful of the stuff that you say online, and you need to not be such a fucking dumbass. You need to not be such a fucking ignoramus. I mean, what in the fuck is going on? Like, I am just so sick of the bullshit. It's like y'all say, again, y'all say some of the most insensitive shit, but the moment somebody discriminates against y'all, it's like, oh, don't discriminate against me and da-da-da-da-da. But y'all are the same bitches who, when y'all got the right to marry, y'all left all of our minority asses behind. Y'all didn't give a fuck. Again, this is why I don't really claim the community that much, and I claim the black community. Granted, there is homophobia in the black community, so let's not even, don't even try to come at me with that, because I know that there is homophobia in this fucking community. That is another topic for another time. However, it's like, you know, it's very difficult because you go to one community and it's like, you know, you're fought against because of who you are, you know, your sexuality and all that stuff. Then you go to the other community that you think is going to accept you, but then you get discriminated against, and you hear some of the most, again, misogynistic, racist, insensitive shit. And then when you call somebody out on it, they act like a fucking deer in headlights, like, you know, they just didn't even know. Like, bitch, you knew, bitch. You knew that you said some insensitive shit just from the reaction and the response on your face after the fact. Get the fuck out of here with all that stupid bullshit. Listen. All you white gays who are ignorant as fuck and stupid as fuck, y'all need to educate yourselves and get some intersectionality, because that's what a lot of you whores are lacking. Intersectionality. And yes, I fucking said it. Whores are lacking intersectionality. So learn about that, and then you will understand why you shouldn't say none of the ignorant shit that you say. Here's the thing, another thing too. With y'all being the same ones who say the whole no blacks, no Asians, no Latinos, no whatever on these dating apps, here is the thing. Because y'all will be quick to then say, oh, it's a preference. First of all, you can, if that is a preference, then you are prejudiced and racist. Because you can have a preference and not be so, you know, jilted towards, you know, dissing minorities. If you have a preference, you have a preference. But when you have to, you know, shame another race or drag another race or say that, I don't want that, that's not my type, da-da-da-da-da. If you have to say that, it is no longer a preference, it is prejudice, and it is pure racism. Get the fuck out of here, messing with the bullshit, and that is all I have to say.
Welcome to the PrinceOnyx Network.